It was on August 28, 1963, during the March on Washington for Job and Freedom, that Martin Luther King delivered this iconic speech, "I Have a Dream." Many years after that, actually 16 years after that today, this speech has remained one of the most studied in the field of public speaking and the art of oratory. Now, beyond the historical importance of this speech, how can businesses leverage the same techniques like Martin Luther King in their business in order to better connect with their audience and earn more? In this presentation, I'm going to be taking you through some of the most important elements that make this speech a powerful one and how you can do the same in your business. My name is Obehi Ewanfoh, and I'm the author of The Storytelling Mastery, a 5-part book series about the ABC of storytelling. Taking you from not knowing anything about storytelling to being able to leverage it in your business or wherever you want to connect with your audience. If that sounds interesting to you, then make sure you download the free chapter that is available on our website, aclasses.org/free chapter, so that if you find it interesting, then you can get the first book and hopefully get all 5 books in the series. If you are ready, then let's get started. There is no doubt that you can identify several techniques from this powerful 1963 speech by Dr. Martin Luther King. But the appropriate use of language is where I would like us to start in this presentation. By masterfully employing rich language, King painted a vivid picture of his dream for a more just and inclusive society. His use of phrases like "I have a dream," that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character, resonated deeply with the audience. Now, how can this relate to you as a business owner? When crafting your business narrative, make sure to use language that truly connects with your audience on an emotional level. Identify the value that matters to your brand and express them through compelling and relatable story. Whether it is about your company's journey, commitment to equity, or dedication to social responsibility, learn to articulate it with rich language and leave a lasting impression on your audience. You can never underestimate the effectiveness of your business narrative. The power of repetition in literary works. This is another great instrument King perfectly used to deliver his masterpiece, "I Have a Dream" speech. Now, like King, the strategic use of repetition can be a brilliant secret to developing great oratory skills. The recurring cadence of such phrases as "I have a dream" not only serves as a poetic refrain, but also engraves the core message into the heart and mind of his listener. Repetition can be a powerful tool in your business communication as well. So make sure you identify the key messages or the value you want your audience to remember and carefully incorporate them across your marketing materials, presentation, and communication. I am not saying you can become Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., but by leveraging the power of repetition, you can greatly enhance your brand recall and ensure that your core messages become ingrained in the mind of your customers. That is what separates a carefully crafted message from the amateur or those which are hastily created, like the Me Too type of content now flooding the internet. So you want to differentiate yourself by leveraging the power of repetition in your business storytelling. One of the techniques King greatly leveraged in his speech is the power of rhetoric devices. He uses it to an extraordinary degree, weaving eloquence that transcends the moment and etching its significance in history. King's skillful use of anaphoria, exemplified by the iconic refrain, "I have a dream," created a recurring and resonant cadence, thereby reinforcing the urgency of his vision. In case you are used to the term, anaphoria is a rhetorical device consisting of repeating a sequence of words at the beginning of succeeding clauses to create emphasis. In contrast, an epistrophe, which is another literary term you might hear me refer to in this presentation, is the repetition of words at the end of clauses. If you reread or listen to the speech, you will see how, through metaphorical language, King painted vivid images such as justice rolling down like water. This helped to amplify the emotional impact of his message. This was further reinforced by his allusion to historical events, particularly about Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. This surely added depth and connected the civil rights struggle to the broader American narrative. What I want you to understand here is that none of this is by random choice of words, and neither should yours be in business storytelling. Instead, King's deliberate deployment of parallelism, antithesis, and epistrophe heightened the rhetorical impact, thereby emphasizing key points and creating contrast to take the audience along. And it worked perfectly well by gradually building towards a powerful crescendo at the end. In this way, King's use of rhetorical device transformed his speech into a timeless masterpiece, illustrating the powerful strategic language in driving a message home. Hey, are you getting value from this presentation so far? Of course, you can see that the power of rhetoric is absolutely fundamental if you want to better connect with your audience, and of course, make sure that the message that you are passing to them remain in their head. It is not by accident, I repeat again. When you are telling story, particularly in business storytelling, you need to be sure that you know why you are telling this story and what you expect from the audience. This is essentially why I'm sharing these different tips with you. If you are getting any value here, why don't subscribe to this channel and make sure you share this video with those who might need it, because there are a lot of people out there in businesses who are looking for information like this. So share also with them so they can also get value from it. Now let's return to the presentation, looking at how businesses can leverage the same power of rhetoric in their communication. Of course, businesses can emulate this impactful use of rhetorical devices to elevate their communication strategy. As a business owner, you can start by incorporating anaphoria to create memorable refrain or slogan that encapsulate your brand key messages. And talking of anaphoria, make sure that the repeated words or words appear at the beginning of 2 or more phrases. Also, be sure that the repeated words or words feel deliberate and have a sense of meaning within the context of their usage. Don't forget that as a business storyteller, crafting metaphorical narrative should vividly convey your company's value, goal, and impact. This will help make your story more relatable and emotionally compelling. When appropriate, you can enrich this further by integrating historical or cultural allusion to buttress your message. You can also ground your brand narrative in a broader context that resonates with your audience. As King beautifully did in his speech, you can equally embrace parallelism and antithesis to structure your message with balance and contrast. This will help you to emphasize the important point and foster better engagement with your audience. Remember that by strategically incorporating these rhetorical devices into your communication can greatly enhance your business storytelling. But there is even more to learn from King's speech if you truly want to captivate your audience and create a memorable connection. I am talking of his fearless expression. Sure, there are times when you need to be fearless in your expression, so let's consider that. King's speech was fearless, unapologetically confronting the issue of racial injustice and inequality head-on. This includes his caution to his audience to be mindful of their action even when they fight against oppressive social and political structure. That is one of the key factors that made his 1963 speech so iconic 60 years later. Now consider the following line, for example. But there is something I must say to my people who stand on the warm threshold which lead into the palace of justice. In the process of getting our rightful place, we must not be guilty of wrongful deed. Let us not seek to satisfy our taste for freedom by drinking from the cup of bitterness and hatred. By cautioning against responding to injustice with bitterness and hatred, King demonstrated courage that went beyond calling out external oppressors. This eternal call to accountability showcased his fearless commitment to both confronting societal issues and promoting a constructive and morally upright path towards change. Now, business owners can learn from this fearlessness, understanding that authenticity and honesty resonate deeply with audiences rather than superficiality and fluff. So to connect with your audience authentically, make sure you acknowledge challenges and express a commitment to overcoming them. Whether it's addressing shortcomings, sharing lessons learned, or championing a cause, fearlessness in communication builds trust. So be transparent about your brand journey, challenges and growth, and demonstrate a genuine commitment to improvement. What I'm telling you is that no matter what, always remember to embrace your value, address challenges directly, and showcase your commitment to positive change. In doing so, you will build trust and loyalty among your customers. The last point I would like to share with you about this great speech is connecting dream to reality, and you don't want to underestimate that in your business storytelling, especially if you want to share a bigger dream and you need people to believe in your vision. King's dream was not a mere abstraction. It was a call to action. How did he do that in his speech, you might want to ask? Well, King connected dream to reality by aligning his vision with the foundational principle of the American dream, the idea that all are created equal. He didn't stop at aspiration. Instead, he outlined actionable steps, urging immediate and collective effort to fulfill the promises of the American democracy. King's approach of grounding the dream in core value while providing a clear roadmap to tangible change serves as a powerful lesson for businesses today. In your business, you can do this by aligning your vision with core value, clearly articulating steps towards goal, and emphasizing practical action. This will help you turn aspiration into reality for credibility and audience inspiration. So if your business has a mission or purpose, why not translate it into actionable steps that align with your value? So whether it's sustainability, great initiative, community development, or customer-focused improvement, always make sure you demonstrate how your brand's dream are actively shaping a better reality. This not only inspires your audience, but also position your business as one that is making a positive impact in the world. What is the conclusion? Well, in conclusion, there is a lot of value to learn from King's speech in 1963, where he called for civil and economic rights and an end to racism in the United States. But the I Have a Dream speech transcends its historical context to offer timeless lessons for businesses which are aiming to connect with their audience and drive positive change. Business leaders today can garner valuable techniques from King's example and incorporate them into their communication strategy for more effective narrative. Learn from the masters and choose to inspire and foster authentic connection. Alright, thank you for watching to the end, and please make sure you subscribe to this channel and do share this video to your friends who will be looking for similar information. It has been a pleasure here. Talk to you next time, and do have a wonderful time. Yeah, that is something else. Make sure you apply what you have learned in this video. They are not meant for you to just keep for entertainment. They are meant for you to apply, because it is only when you apply them that there can be a difference. If you don't, nothing will change. So make sure you are looking for the difference by taking action. Talk to you next time.